Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thousands of memories are created and captured in each photo taken on your magical vacation. We proudly present Capturing Magic, where we help those moments live on forever.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic, where we are using technology to create and capture magic memories. This is episode 13, recorded on Monday, January 7th, 2013. You can find more tips, tools, and notes about this show at capturingmagic.me/podcast is where you'll find all of the show notes. I am Steph, and I'm going to be your host today, and I have here with me my co-host, Brittney Leavitt, who can be found at BritishDesigns.com, where she creates digital scrapbook supplies. Hi, Brittney.
Hi, Steph. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, it's just the two of us today.
You know, it's nice quiet.
Yeah, and we're kind of going to reverse roles a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted to have a show that talked about that Capturing Magic iPhone apps that we've just released at Capturing Magic, and it's I kind of get embarrassed about being on my own show and talking about my own stuff. So you're going to help me out by taking on the hostess role today.
Yep. Well, I'm not going to host, so I'm going to ask you lots of questions.
Yeah. So I think we're ready to get into it. Yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, tell us about the apps and like what they are and what they do.
Okay, there's one for Disneyland and one for Disney World. And it's really hard for me to put in a nutshell what they do because they do a lot of things. But basically what it's meant to do is to help you document and record your Disney vacation. And so there are two different kinds of memories set up there. The memory list, you can choose from locations and you can choose from memories. And you actually can start using the app while you're planning your vacation because there are things that it has on those lists that you might want to document and record while you're planning your vacation. And then you set up, the people that are going to be on your vacation and you add photos for them. And then all of the different ops that you want to take while you're on vacation. And then when you get into the parks, one of the cool things that the app does is it will remind you of, once you tell it that you're actually in the parks, it will remind you when you get near these different locations to take a picture.
How do you tell it that you're in the parks?
There's a button inside the app, either by sliding down the screen with a swipe and going into the vacation, the live screen, not the vacation editor mode. I actually need to pull mine up so I can look at it. Or there's a button, and when you're in the vacation editor and you scroll down where you have your photo ops that you've already added and all the vacationers is what we call them that are going to be on your vacation with you. And under the dates, there's a button that says I'm at the park now. And so once you're in the parks, you push that button and then you should be good to go.
So that button pops up like based on your location?
No, it should always be there. If you have the newest update downloaded, it should be there.
Okay, I don't see it on mine, but okay. Maybe I'm not. I thought it was updated. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, if you're just on that main, once you've added some photo ops and stuff, and where it has the two big numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom of that screen. It says I'm at the park now. You're not seeing it?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know why. Send me a screenshot and we'll see. Okay. If you've updated, we'll see why you don't have that button. I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. So yeah. And that's basically, you can also add notes as you take photos. You can add different cameras too, because everybody has more than one camera when they go to Disney usually. And so you can add all of the different cameras that you're going to have. And then when you take a picture of a memory or a location, you can note which camera it was taken with. Unless you're taking it in app with your iPhone, then it automatically is added for you and it adds who was in the picture and all of that, all of those great things.
Yeah, I love that you can select what camera's on, because like sometimes I'll know that I took that picture. I'm like, I know we took a picture with, Winnie the Pooh, but I don't. Where is it? Like,
why can't I find it?
Is it on my PhotoPass? Is it on my iPhone? Like, where is it? And so then I'm spending all this time searching for it, trying to find it to scrapbook it or whatever.
And I've actually heard a lot of people complain about that. And when we were at Disney and people would ask us, what we were doing, or as I was testing apps, people were excited about that because everyone usually has a camera. You'll have several different phones if you've got a lot of people with you, or even if it's just your immediate family. You have a phone, your spouse has a camera phone, and then you've got your nice camera, and then the kids might have their own camera. And so remembering where pictures are is actually a big thing.
Yeah. So is that how you came up with the idea for the apps, or just because you wanted to use it for you, or?
Yeah.
How did you come up with this idea? I feel like this app is like something that people need. Like, it's like fulfills a hole, like there's nothing else out there like this. And
right.
How did you think of that?
Right. There is nothing else out there like this. And that's what's so exciting for me. But how I came up with it was about a year ago when I was at Disney, and I realized that I didn't have pictures of my kids standing in front of their favorite ride, or, I needed to take a picture of them eating their favorite snack, or, just different things like that. And I thought, what I wish I had was an app that would remind me when I'm at the ride to take a picture of so-and-so in front of this ride, because I just get busy and, getting everyone on the ride and off the ride and moving to the next place and everything. I forget to take all of the pictures that I want. And I really think that not everybody remembers every single photo that they might want to take while they're on the vacation to document their story of their vacation. I think that maybe there's a handful of people that remember to take pictures of everything, but I think most people don't. And get home.
Even if you are one of those people who can't remember, like having a list made just like relieves my brain to be able to think of other things and know that I have my list, and so that will remind me. I don't have to keep it all in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how I kind of came up with the idea. And then it was several months before we started actually developing the app. And there's a lot of things that I could have added to the app for it to do, but one issue that I have with apps, one of my pet peeves, is when they try to be too much and don't do the main function really well. And once you get in there, it's overwhelming to try and figure the app out because, well, it's a schedule and it's a map and it's a this and it's a that, and it's really overwhelming. And so I tried really hard to keep it simple and keep it focused on just documenting the magic memories when you're at the parks.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, like, it is one of the best looking apps ever.
Thank you.
My husband, he'll probably laugh when he hears me say this, but he's like probably the nitpickiest person when it comes to like apps and design and stuff like that. He is super nitpicky. And he texted me earlier today, and he said, if you feel the need, you can tell Steph and the rest of the world that the Capturing Magic app is one of the best designed apps I've ever used. It said he took him a couple minutes to like figure it all out, like what it does and how to work it. But then after that, it works. He loves the way it works, and it looks beautiful and behaves well. Like, it works
so
well.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, I'm totally going to share that, because coming from him, I guess you maybe have to know him, but coming from him, that's kind of a big deal. And I have to just agree. It's like, it doesn't look like a cheapy dumb app. Like, it's really nice looking. It's beautiful. You did a really good job.
Well, and that's my developer. He's really good at what he does. And that's one of the reasons I didn't want it to look like a dumb cheapy, I wanted it to look good, because that's when you have an app that looks good and functions and, fills a need that you have, then it's a winner. And that's one of the reasons that I worked with my programmer that I worked with on this, is just because he's really good at the design and the user interface stuff. He's really good at that. So thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Sure. So how much did the apps cost? Because I only have the Disneyland app, and since the apps have come out, I haven't been in the parks yet. So I have yet to use them in the parks. I've only been able to kind of do all my pre-planning stuff. So
yeah, this is crazy because I'm like, how much do they cost? I think the Disneyland is $1.99, and I think Disney World is $2.99. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we did on them. That's what
I feel like maybe Disney World, is it $3.99? I don't know. I should have looked before I asked you.
You know what? I'll go in and, well, I can't because I've downloaded it and so it won't show me the price. Because I'm a loser. I don't even know the price of my own apps. No, because we went back and forth on different price points and stuff, but I think they're $1 apart. Okay. Disneyland is $1 cheaper than the other, and so it might be $2.99. It might be $2.99, $3.99, but I think it's $1.99 and $2.99.
Okay,
but yeah, we'll put it in the show notes just so you know.
I just looked it up, and I have the Disneyland one, so it's not showing me what the Disneyland one is, but the Disney World is $3.99.
Okay, then then Disneyland is $2.99.
Okay, and it's totally. I mean, whatever they cost, it's worth it because it's a very nice app. It's not. Like it's good. So,
and it just does a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But you're right about it. It does a lot without trying to do too much.
Yeah. It does what you need it to do. And that is document this vacation through all of your magic memories. So you can go in and add the notes to the photos too, which was, actually, when I first launched CapturingMagic.me, I knew that this app was in the works. I started working on the app before I even decided to launch a website. And I kept getting emails from people saying, do you know of an app that I can use to take pictures and then also write notes about the pictures?
You're like dying. You're like, yes, I do know of an app.
I do. And so I just tell people, I'll do some research and I'll get back to you. But because that's what people wanted. And so this is, it has your list in there of all of the different photo ops. And I've had people that are even diehard Disney fans tell me, there were photo ops in there that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, there are photo ops I didn't know about or that made me think, ooh, that's a good idea. I'm going to take a photo there next time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's fun. And then capturing the whole story of your vacation from, the planning part of it, packing, getting there, and, just all of the different memories that are inside of there.
And I love that it includes the ones that are outside of the park, because that's extends your kind of magic memories and the magical time you can have with the trip and be able to record it as well. Be able to make those memories. It helps me think of ideas to make the memories from that list. And that also helps me to be able to record them as well. So
Exactly. All part of, it's all part of the story of your trip. And that's one of the things I didn't do very often was include where we were staying and all of that stuff as part of my story of our trip.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like all of this sort of, all this capturing magic, memory keeping is just pluses your experience, to use a Walt Disney term it's like you could just go on a Disney vacation, but using an app like this or, using the tools that we have at Capturing Magic, it just pluses that because you'll probably make better memories and then you'll be able to record them and keep them alive longer. So,
yeah. And I have had, some people that have tested it out and they're not scrapbookers, they're not big, memory keepers or anything. And they're known for not necessarily taking lots of pictures in the parks. And I've had them tell me, it made me, having those lists there, it made me more aware and more cognizant to take more pictures. And so I did take more pictures and I did document more of the trip than I would have otherwise.
So just in the Disneyland app, I'm looking at it now, and it says that there are 260 available photo ops.
Yeah.
And that includes all the ones in the park and all the ones pre-planning and after the park and all of that, right?
Yeah, all of the memories and all of the photo ops, location.
Yeah, that's what you call it, the location-based ops and then the memories.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't have the Disney World version yet. How many ops are included in that app? I can't imagine. There's got to be
there's 400 and something. I'll pull it up really quick and then I can tell you. But yeah, it's 400 and something.
Wow.
In that one. Yeah.
It would be fun to just see if you could take all of the ops. It's just as sort of almost
a challenge.
Like a scavenger hunt. Yeah.
Yes.
To see if you could get all of the ops on the whole list.
Yeah, exactly. There's 434 in Disney World.
Gosh,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Okay. So why would I want to mark on my photo, like after it's like, oh, I'm using my app to take the photo that it reminds me. Okay, first question. Does it just like buzz in your pocket? Or
Yeah.
I haven't used it in the park. I don't know what that notification is like. It just will vibrate, or is there a sound, or?
It's just it vibrates once. And I have had people say that they missed them. They missed the vibrating because they were, running to a ride or busy and other things. And so they might miss the vibration in their pocket, but still having the app and knowing it's there, you check it too. And so then, after we get off this ride, I need to get this photo op.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So why, after I take my picture, why would I want to mark who was in the picture? Like, what does that do? What does that do?
Okay, there are two reasons that I wanted this. I think two reasons why I wanted that feature in the app. And one was because if you're with a group of people and say I want to take my daughter's picture in front of Pirates of the Caribbean because we have a funny story about that ride, I can add that as a photo op with her there. And then say I want to take my son's picture in front of that ride because that's his favorite ride, then I add that as another photo op. But then I know once I've taken the photo op, who was in the picture and which photo op I took. So if I just had it listed as just the location, I wouldn't know, I got Anna Sophia's picture in front of that ride. Mm-hmm. So we needed to have a way to be able to label it so that we knew who was in the picture in front of the rides. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
So how does it label it? Like when you say you look at your list of photos that you took, like how does it label it exactly?
Underneath, once you've taken the picture, you add the photo op, and when you add the photo op, you add who you want to have in that picture.
Right.
And then once you take a picture for that photo op, it gets automatically moved to your taken list if you're taking it in the app with your phone. If you're not, then you have to manually push the button that says that you took the photo and which camera you took it with, and then it moves it over to the taken list. And then on the taken list, it has that, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then it has their name under it smaller, so that just at a glance you can see who is.
How do you view your taken list?
Once you have pictures that have been taken, it pops up over. You swipe down. You swipe down the screen, and when you swipe down the screen, that's the view that you want to work from when you're in the park, by either swiping down the screen or pushing the button that says I'm at the park now.
Right. Okay.
And so when you're in the park, that's the screen that you want to work from, and that'll divide up all of the different photo ops into ones that are close by you, ones that are far away, the memories, and then all of the ops that have been taken will be at the bottom of the list.
See, I can't see any of that because I've not ever been able to be in the park doing that. So
yeah, and then in that view is also the map view, so that you can look at it.
I can see the map view. Like when I go to saved photo ops, it shows me my map with the little pins where I want to take the pictures or whatever, which is cool. Yeah. I love that there's a map-based version. Okay. So then when I see the little button that says you can export your taken list, export taken photo list. And then what does that do? Like what kind of format does it export it to?
It exports it in an email. You can email it to anyone that you want. And it's a really nice organized list of each photo op, who is in, where the photo was taken. So it'll say like Disneyland, California Adventure. If you're in Florida, it'll say Magic Kingdom, or, just all of the different parks. They'll say which park you were in, which land you were in, and then it'll have the names of the people that were in the photo that you had marked off, which camera it was taken with, and then any of the notes that you added will be there as well.
So it's just like in a text-based kind of list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the biggest reason for that is so that when you're at home and you want to start organizing all of these pictures to do something with them, whether you're going to do a photo book or a scrapbook or whatever you're going to do, then you'll know what camera everything was taken with, where you can find that photo, and then any of the notes that you added of things that you wanted to remember. It's all right there, so you can look at it.
So that's the best way to be able to use your notes after, like once you've taken the note in the picture, is exporting your taken list the best way to use those notes? Like how do you use the note part of when you use the app?
Yeah, it would either be by exporting it, or all of that information that's exported from the app that I just went over is also embedded into the metadata of your photo. And so it goes with the photo anywhere the photo goes. So if you move the photo off of your camera and onto your hard drive, you would just, on a Mac, you would just right click on the photo and say get info, and then all of that information would be there. On a PC, I think you right click and click on something similar to get info.
And that's just that just works for the photos that you take with your phone though.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that's cool. I know I've heard you talk about metadata before, and I'm always like, yeah, I don't really know what that is so much. Yeah. And I don't know why I should care about metadata.
Yeah, it's just information about the photo, and it stays in the file anywhere it goes. So you can email it to somebody else. You upload it to Flickr. All of that information would automatically fill into the form on Flickr under description and other stuff. So then you wouldn't have to enter it manually.
So like your notes. That's cool, because if you're putting it onto Flickr, your notes would automatically just go into the description?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
this app is just getting better.
I know.
The more I learn about it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, if it's not a photo that you've taken in the app, then that information isn't going to be with the photo, but it would still be in that export list if you have it all entered there.
Cool. So the best way to kind of check off your photo ops that you've taken, like if you don't take them on your phone, see, this is stuff I don't know because I haven't used it in the park.
Right.
But what's the best way to like check off the photos you have taken?
To go to the taken list, and one of two ways. When your phone buzzes, you can open it up immediately and it'll open up to that photo op instantly. Or if you're coming up on it when it hasn't alerted you, then you just go into the Capturing Magic, the live version that you want to use in the park, and tap that photo op, and then it'll pull up the camera. Yeah. Well, the button to take the picture, and you'll push the take the picture and then mark off which camera you took it with.
Which the little take your picture button is so cute.
It's a little, some mouse ears.
Little mouse ears.
Yeah.
So cute. Okay, so let me see what of my other questions I have here. So, okay, in your map view, now I've only noticed, like I said, I haven't used this in the park. So in your map view, did the little pins change color?
Yeah.
Did I notice that? So what do the colors mean?
Like, is it? To ask this.
Sorry.
Green, I think means, that you need to take them. I don't remember for sure.
I think, let's see. Mine are red. So red must mean you need to take them. And
you don't have that one done. And then green means you're all done with that one.
So green is like good. Red means you haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because then you can just look at your map and be like, oh, I still have a couple more red ones here or whatever. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So what about, because one of my main photo op things that we do at Disney are character lists. Is there a way to do characters at all?
There's in the memories, there's, a photo with you with your favorite character, but I don't have there's not any other functionality for characters because there are other apps that do that.
Oh, okay.
And I, like I said, I didn't want to try to be too much with this app. And so we are going to be adding the capability for people to add their own location or memory op that they want to make sure that they take.
I was going to ask you that next, if there was a way to do like your own custom photo op, like type it in yourself. Right.
Not yet, but we will be adding that hopefully soon.
Okay.
So, and so then that way, if there was specific characters that people wanted to make sure they could add them that way.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that right now it's not a character checklist.
Right.
Okay. And so you've already had an update since it's been out, right? So tell us what is new or updated since the first one came out.
We added that, the swipe down, we just changed changed few little things here and there based on some of the user feedback that I've had already, just to make it a little more obvious what you have to do when you're entering the parks, because people thought that they could set up their vacation and then go into the park and not interact with the app at all. But you do have to let the app know that you're there and stuff like that in order to get the reminders going. And then once you do that, you're good to go. But, and so we changed some of the verbiage and stuff on some of the buttons just to make it more obvious what you have to do. And then we also fixed some spelling mistakes of mine and added a couple more locations and some photos in the Disneyland version. That's what we did. And then we also took out some stuff in the app that was causing, I guess, false notifications and stuff like that. It wasn't false notifications, really. It was, I don't even know how to describe it. We had a thing set up so that when you entered the park, you would get a message saying welcome. And then when you left, you would get one that said, have a magical day, or see you real soon is what it said when you left. But it was confusing to people because that's what made them kind of think that they didn't need to do anything to alert the app to let them know that they were there. So we took that out. And then Disney World, we added new Fantasyland and Legends of Jack Sparrow, and I added new photos for Test Track.
I love that there's photos of the attractions in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. That was all there was. So go ahead.
Oh. Well, like when you go to the photo ops, like each little attraction or location or whatever, well, not all of them, but most of them, I think, right, have like a little picture. Do they all have pictures?
No, not all of them. Most of them do.
Most of them do. And then some, I didn't even realize this till last night. I was looking at it and I just kind of like had left it open. And some of them have more than one picture. So if you just like leave it open, it kind of like slowly fades to other pictures, which is and Josh made the perfect comment. He's like, it's so classy. Like, because we were looking at like, I think it was the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and it was like fading to a few different views of like the entrance and stuff. And it's just like those little special things that makes the app so neat. Like, it's not your average app, people. It's pretty cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My dad and I, Disney World, we took pictures of every single thing down there. When I went back in December, I had a list of about 40 different more photos that I needed to get that weren't the way I wanted them to be for the app. And then when I go, I will probably be photographing stuff, adding new ops and locations and photos for the rest of forever for this app, just because that's the way things are. So
yeah. Well, so all of the pictures on here, either you or your dad took them all?
Yeah.
Wow, they really are so nice.
Thank you. The Disneyland ones, I took all of the Disneyland ones. The Disney World was my dad and I.
Cool. Yeah. And it's good to have those pictures because sometimes I know that if you're not super familiar with the park, like if you're sort of a newbie, then you could like know, okay, that's where that photo op is. You can kind of look up from your app and say, okay, there it is. You know,
this is what I'm looking for. And that was something I get frustrated. There are a lot of apps out there that don't have pictures in them. And I get frustrated because I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And so, I thought that was important.
If you didn't know what Mr. Toad's Wild Ride car was, you could like look at the picture and you go, oh, there's a photo op right there, you know? Yep. So anyway, okay. So, let's see, what else was I going to ask you? Okay. So on the main page where it tells you like how many photo ops you've added, like mine, I've only added like 3. So mine says like 3 out of 260 available ops. As you take your photos, does that number change? Like, does it tell you, okay, you have like this many more left you need to take, or does that just always stay the same number?
No, I think it changes if I remember right.
As you take them?
Yeah, I'm going to go in really quick and test it and see. I forgot that I was going to do that before we recorded.
Because that's cool. If that number changes, so it will tell you like how many, you have left to take. Like, that'd be good to know. Because then I could be like, okay, now I'm done. Like, I took all my photos on my list and... Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it changes if I remember right from using it. I'm pretty sure that the number goes down as you take them. So, yeah.
Awesome. So I love the section in the memories section. Under, let me go to it, find out the miscellaneous
memories. Yeah.
Memories. Yeah. It's kind of toward the bottom. So how do you think of those? Like, they're fun things that like, it's like one of what you said, more of like helps you think of memories to take. Like, I wouldn't have thought of those before.
Right.
I wouldn't have thought of taking those pictures before. So it helps me to like think, to either do it, for one thing, to do that memory, and then to be able to take the picture of it to remember it. So are they things that you've done with your family? Like, how did you come up with all of these fun ideas?
I'm going to pull it up and look at it, but let me tell you this. The numbers don't change on that list. That's just going to be your list of the ops that you've added, but where you can see the list change is in that live view that you want to look at when you're in the park.
Okay.
And
that
then
how many I have left.
Yeah, because your taken list gets longer, and then your close and far memory lists get shorter.
Oh, okay. I have to get that live view. I
No.
I don't have it. So. Okay, so the miscellaneous memories, how did you think of those? Maybe they're just memories you guys always do. I don't know.
Yeah, the miscellaneous memories. I got to pull that list up so I know what we're talking about. Because I don't remember what all I had on there. I know that one of them was, okay. Yeah. Spending time people watching, that's something that my family always does when we're at the parks. And we have a game that we play when we're at the parks where we try and guess. We kind of make up people's stories as they walk past us. And we'll say, yeah, that family's from, California, and they do this and that, and he does this for a job, and they left some of their kids at home, or, just different stories, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's something fun that we do when we're eating a snack or just taking a break. We'll sit down, and that's something that we do. And so, but there again, it was something I had never taken a picture or documented, that fun tradition that we have. And as I talked to people about that tradition that we have, I heard other people say, oh yeah, watching people watching at Disney is the best.
Is the best.
And so I thought, you know what, we're probably not the only family that people watches when we're at Disney. And so, yeah, that was something that I figured that we needed to have. And then just some of the other little ones were ones they kind of spawned off of other memories and things like that. The clock was one that I got from actually Kimberly Lund, who is on our team at Capturing Magic. It was because she had that on her daughter's scavenger hunt list that she had made up for her daughter. And so I added that. And then I just tried to think of other things that might happen when you're at the parks. Like, especially if you're a season pass holder or you go a lot, I wanted there to be some things that people could look for. And so something that you've always wanted to do, or something that you did for the first time, or something you were surprised about. Those are things that could happen to anybody no matter how many times they've been.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last question is, now I forgot it and I didn't write it down because I thought about while we were talking.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see, what was it? No, I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's pretty much all my questions.
Okay. One other thing I wanted to mention really quick is some of the other information that is exported with the photo is, of course, the date and time that the photo was taken. And then, your camera, what camera it was taken with. So.
Oh, that's on there too.
Yeah. And two of the cameras that automatically come up as options are your phone and then PhotoPass as well. Mm-hmm. And then you just have to add them as choices if you're going to be using those. So
fun. I remembered what my question was. Is there a way that, do you take people's suggestions? Like, if they think of a photo op that you didn't think of, should they email you?
Yeah, I would love to hear it.
How should they email you?
Just go to capturingmagic.me and click on contact, and that will shoot me an email right there. And I would love to hear people's ideas of different ops and things that we should take, or if I'm missing a location too, because it's hard to, especially Disney World, there's so many.
Yeah, that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, I'm sure I've missed some. And so if there's something that someone would like to see added to the app, for sure, contact me and let me know. There's also inside the app, actually, if you click on the question mark inside the app, there's photo credits in there. And if you tap on my name there, that opens up and it'll email me. So you can
Where is
email
that?
me
How do you
from
find it?
an app.
On the vacation list?
Yeah, if you go to the main screen.
Yeah.
Where your list of
all your
locations, where it lists all of your trips, and then just the question mark there, tap on that. And then under the photo credits, tap my name, Steph, and then it'll open up an email with my email address already in there. So that makes it easy too.
And you can email your dad, apparently?
Yeah.
It goes to you too. Okay.
But it goes to me. Yeah. I was like, do you want these emails to go to you, or do you want, he's like, they can go to you and you forward anything you get to me.
I'm like, ooh, look, I can email Steph's dad.
Yep.
Okay. So, I think that's all my questions about the apps. I'm so excited to use it on our next trip. Like, I'm like itching to use it while we're actually there. Because like, as soon as you told me about it, I was like, yes, I need that.
I know. And we weren't quite ready with the beta when you went on your trip, which was a bummer that you didn't get to try it.
But yeah, it's going to make it, it's just going to make it more organized for me, like as far as my picture taking, and then more magical, because there's like ideas in there that I would not have thought of. So
yeah. And when we went to Florida this last, just a couple of weeks ago, my husband had the app on his phone, and he set up his own list of pictures that he wanted to take. And it was awesome because, number one, he said, I think he took 20 something pictures, and he's like, which is 20 something more pictures than I ever would have taken before, because usually he just left it up to me.
Yeah.
But he had his own list of memories and things that he wanted to make sure that he documented. And so it was really cute, because we would get off a ride and he would say, okay, this is one of my ops, so let's take a picture here.
That's fun. It like gets him more involved. And I can imagine, like, if you put it on your kids' phones too, if you have teens or whatever that have their own phones, like they could be doing their own little lists, and it's fun. Yep. It's almost like a little fun extra activity to do while you're there. Like, we're taking pictures anyway, but this sort of makes it even more of like a thing to do, like a little game or something.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Not that you need additional things to keep you entertained while you're there, but it definitely helps to add to the magic, like you said, and it helps tell the story.
Yeah.
Of the trip. So. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you. Let's skip our picks with pixie dust, because I'm on a tight timeline because I got to pick kids up from school, and we're recording ahead because I'm headed to Disneyland.
So fun.
In a few days. So yeah. So let's skip our picks with pixie dust this week. But will you remind our listeners where they can find you, Brittney?
Yep. I'm at BritishDesigns.com, and that's where you can find my shop and my blog and my gallery and all the links to my, social media, Facebook stuff. I'm on Instagram at Designer Brittney is my username there. So
perfect.
That's me.
Yeah, and you can find me at capturingmagic.me and thedailydigi.com. So, and the Digi Show too.
Yeah.
thedigishow.com as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks, Brittney. Thanks for helping me.
Let you talk about your own app comfortably.
Comfortably, exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, all right. Thank you, everyone. And we will be back here next week where we will be capturing magic.